Welcome to PACE Production. PACE Production is part of the PACE operating system. It will be used mostly by production employees in performing daily tasks that don't involve data entry. You should have received a link to the sign-on screen from your manager, as well as a username and password. If it's your first time signing in, you will probably be prompted to change your passcode. This is what the main screen looks like when you first log in. It starts on the dashboard. There are places where your managers and supervisors can put important messages for you, as well as a section for badges that you'll be able to earn through the software. There are cool questions that you can answer that your manager will provide in order to keep you engaged with your coworkers. There's also a breakdown of your time worked and break time here so you can keep track throughout the day. You will also have the ability to view some of the fun facts about other coworkers. You will not be able to see other people's statistics and time, however. Here's where you will do most of your navigation. You can run time clock reports for today, yesterday, the last few days here. And on the settings page, you can update your email and phone number, edit your avatar image, select what page you would like to be brought to on signing in, and pick from a series of questions if your manager has provided. You can also reset your password. There will be certain tasks that you find you do often. If you would like to add those to your favorite list and hit save, you will be able to then access them from the tasks bar at the top. Speaking of tasks, let's talk about how to sign in and out of tasks. So you go to this task tab with the available tasks, and you're able to search by customer and project if you wish. Or if you just leave it on all customers, it will give you the big list of everything. There, we have just searched for all of the tasks available to be started from the town of Make-Believe. Let's go ahead and start this paper prep task. Since we have never worked on this task before, we are brought to the work instructions page to confirm them. After we have confirmed them, we can go back to Start Task, and it will go ahead and log that we have started the task. The details are listed up above here in the current task. If you need to review the work instructions at any time, you can go ahead and hit Review. Or if you need to print information about the tasks, you can do that as well. On occasion, there will be an external link provided to give you more information about the task or the project. You'd be able to access it by clicking here. If you would like to finish the task and it is absolutely complete, you're going to click on the box. There's a place for any comments that you need, and you can select Finish Task. Sometimes the task is going to require you to enter some information, and I will show you what that looks like in a moment. So let's say that we go into a task and while we're doing the task, we are asked by our manager to switch to a different task. Let's say there's an emergency and we need to switch to the next task right away. even if we're not done. We let the system know that we have not finished the task by not checking the checkbox. This tells the system to make this task available for the next person to pick it up in the list. So as you can see, that task is still available under Paper Prep at the top of the list for the next person. Now let's say that you're doing a task and something happens, like there's a meeting. And typically when there's a meeting, you would have to finish the task and then sign into the meeting. And then when the meeting was over, you'd sign back out of the meeting and back into the task. Well, that sounds like a lot of work. And it is. We now have something called a pause button. You use the pause button if you're stepping away from the task, but you plan to be coming right back to it. So a meeting or some sort of administrative task. Your managers can tell you which tasks are set up in the system to be able to use the pause button for. When you come back to the screen, you'll see this. You will be able to select the customer and the task and the project that correspond to the reason you had to step away. In this case, we'll say we were asking a question. And then you just use your password to sign back in. If you go to Tasks, you will see that it is still showing you enrolled in that task. It has been unpaused, and now you're back and it's in progress. We're going to go ahead and finish this task. We'll say we're done. Now let's look at a scan task real quick. There will be times when you need to enter metrics manually into the system. For the scan task, you do need to enter metrics. Or at least in this project, in this scenario. So we are going to get the metrics, how many documents, right off of our scanner. And enter them in manually, along with the letter corresponding to the scan station. Now your company might not do it this way, but we like to show this as a way that you can manage the metrics that happen outside of the PACE system. And there we go. So you can do other things here, like view standard operating procedures, or if new ones have been updated or created, there will be a little mark here as to how many you have in the queue to review and confirm. You just click right here to take a look at what's available to view. And it's easy, you just click right on there and it will come up. You can also use the filter field. The same holds true for work instructions. If you are a supervisor, you may have access to create batches as a shipment. This is very similar to how it was set up in PACE 4. Let's say we are going to accept a container for this project. We have added one at 10 pounds. We want to submit it. And here we have the batch transmittal sheet with the barcode.